Saturn has been observed by many civilizations throughout time and has no singular person who discovered it. However, Galileo was the first person to observe Saturn through a telescope in 1610. When he first observed Saturn, Galileo believed that Saturn had balls on the side of it because of its strange disk. It was later observed that Saturn had a large ring system. In mythology, the planet Saturn is named after the Roman god of agriculture, Saturnus, and he is known to the Greeks as Saturn's equator has a diameter of 120,536 kilometers, and it takes 29.5 Earth years for it to orbit the Sun. Its days are only 10 hours and 40 minutes. It also has strong winds reaching up to 1,800 kilometers per hour, and Saturn is the second largest planet in the solar system, besides Jupiter.
Saturn is made of about 94% hydrogen, 5% helium, with the rest being made out of methane and ammonia. But there was thought to be a large molten rocky core the size of Earth in the middle of it all. Saturn's atmosphere from top to core is made out of a layered atmosphere, hydrogen, helium, methane, and ammonia, a layer made of molecular hydrogen, a layer made of liquid metallic hydrogen, and then a core made of hot silicate rock, maybe solid.
Saturn's rings are composed of dust, rock, and ice that have been accumulated over millions of years from passing comets. They are formed by the particles eventually flattening due to them colliding with each other. There are 7 different ring groups surrounding Saturn. Each is given a letter assignment based on its discovery date. The rings are a collective 229,500 kilometers long, but only 7 meters wide. This is because over time the particles have compressed, and they now appear perfectly flat from a distance. When the spacecraft Cassini did a flyby in 2011, it observed linear rises in the particles of the rings. Scientists now refer to these as spokes. The reason for this is because the ice particles are charged and rise above everything else.
Saturn's moon Titan has a thick atmosphere composed mainly of nitrogen. On its surface there are rivers, lakes, and oceans filled with methane and ethane. There is also evidence that Titan is hiding an internal ocean most likely composed of water and ammonia. In addition to these Earth-like similarities, Titan also experiences seasons. Each season is about 7.5 Earth years. So now NASA is monitoring weather on Titan to see if the change in seasons has any effect on weather patterns in each hemisphere. Titan also has sand dunes similar to Earth, however they are not made of sand. Instead they are made of solid water ice coated with hydrocarbons from the atmosphere.
Mimas, the smallest and innermost of all of Saturn's major moons, dubbed the Death Star moon due to its large chunk taken out of the side from an asteroid, it consists almost entirely of water ice. It takes Mimas 22 hours and 36 minutes to complete an orbit and is tidally locked, meaning that the same side is always facing Saturn. Mimas can be found in the Huygens gap between the B ring and the Cassini division.
In 1979, Pioneer 11 was the first spacecraft to fly by Saturn and study it. Pioneer 11 discovered that Saturn's overall temperature is 180 degrees Celsius. In addition, Pioneer 11 discovered a new F ring and was suggested that Saturn was primarily made of liquid hydrogen. Next, Voyager 1 flew by in 1980. Voyager 1 discovered 3 new moons, Prometheus, Pandora, and Atlas. Saturn's moon Titan was discovered to have a thick atmosphere and was composed mainly of nitrogen, similar to Earth. The spacecraft took pictures of several other moons and discovered a new G ring. Voyager 1 was followed by Voyager 2 in 1981.
Voyager 2 mainly followed up on data and new images from Voyager 1. Most recently, the Cassini spacecraft reached Saturn. The Cassini spacecraft discovered active geysers on Saturn's moon, Enceladus. The Huygens probe landed on Titan. Titan revealed as a Earth-like world with rivers, oceans, and lakes. When Cassini is finished, it will dive into Saturn's atmosphere and collect more data before it finishes its mission.
Saturn has had 6 major storms since they were discovered in 1876. Researchers say that the cause of these storms is moisture in Saturn's atmosphere. Generally, storms are caused by hot and cold gases coming together in the atmosphere. Water molecules on Saturn usually sink down to form a separate layer from the gases. However, warm air comes from Saturn's core. Saturn's core gives off more energy than it receives from the sun. This causes the hot and cold gases to eventually mix and create very large storms.
Here are some fun facts about Saturn. Saturn has 62 moons and even more moonlets and satellites orbiting it. Saturn is also the furthest planet from Earth that you can see with the naked eye. And Saturn is less dense than water, meaning that it would float on water.